Hi there, my name is Sarah Lee Laredo, and I'll be sharing an introduction to my instructional design plan for this course. My idea is to work on a design plan to teach 2nd to 5th grade students how to use their school's online catalog, Destiny Quests. The focus of the unit would be for students to learn how to search for materials available at the school library. Step 1 of the instructional design plan is conducting a needs assessment. I'll begin by describing the group of students I'd be teaching. The 2nd to 5th grade students attend Paul Revere Elementary School in San Francisco Unified. In total, there are 240 students. The 2nd to 5th grade students already know how to navigate the school's library site. They use the library site on a weekly basis during their hour-long computer class. They also know how to navigate through the library, including sections of the collection, how to use a shelf marker, the Dewey Decimal System, and how to check out a book. What students do not know yet is how to use the online catalog Destiny Quest to search for library materials. It's important for students to know how to use the school's online catalog because it will help them become more independent in the library and search for materials of their choice. And it'll help them in the future as they begin to do more extensive research projects. Overall, my goal is that after going through the instructional unit, students will be able to independently use the online catalog to search for materials for various purposes in their education and personal lives. Step 2 of the instructional design plan is the instructional analysis or task analysis. I consider this to be the lesson plan or the realistic script of how I would actually teach this unit of study. I would begin by describing and presenting the library's online catalog, Destiny Quests. I would tell students that they will be watching a video tutorial for them to learn all about the online catalog. I'd briefly describe that Destiny Quest is a site that they can use their laptop computers to search for library materials. Next, I'd play the tutorial for students on the projector screen. The tutorial would explain how to navigate Destiny Quest through the school website. Then it would go into detail about the site's different functions and uses. I would model how the online catalog can be used for the benefit of students. For example, I'd explain how students can see what the top 10 books currently being checked out are, new books available at the library, and how to create a list of books students want to check out. I would also ask students for their input of examples to search the catalog. I'd search for books based on author, title, and subject, all based on student responses. After the students and I had practiced together, I would distribute laptop computers for students to practice on their own, and then check books out as usual. On the second day of instruction, I would go through a similar process. The only difference is I'd also give students an informal assessment. On the third day of instruction, I'd give students a summative assessment. It would be formatted like a worksheet, and it would test students' ability to use the catalog to search for materials based on title, author, and subject. Step 3 of the instructional design plan is entry behavior and learner characteristics. Before engaging in the unit, students will need to know how to read in English, how to type, have some basic knowledge of the Dewey Decimal System, and know how the books are organized in the library. To be sure that all students have this basic knowledge, I would be in contact with their teacher through email or in person. Step 4 of the instructional design plan is learning outcomes. My learning outcome is that after going through the instructional unit, students will be able to independently use Destiny Quest to search for materials at the library. Step 5 of the instructional design plan is instructional strategies. For my instructional unit, I'd use varying instructional strategies including video, modeling, encouraging student participation, and both a formal and informal assessment. Without going through the instructional unit, there is no way of knowing if I would need to do any follow-up activities or reteaching. However, I would encourage the librarian to continue to require that students use the online catalog to check out books. Step 6 of the instructional design plan is choosing teaching and learning tools. For my materials, I would need my laptop computer, my projector, the student computers, an Enel projector, and a roster. I would also need to create the video tutorial and the formal assessment. For my mode of instruction, I'd be using in-person instruction and online instruction through the YouTube video tutorial. The final step of the instructional design plan is implementing instruction. I wrote this instructional design plan thinking practically. I thought about what I could realistically accomplish if I were an instructor in a library. My lessons are realistic based on the time and effort I typically put into lesson planning. My instruction follows the teaching model of I do, we do, you do, which means the instructor models, students practice with the teacher, and then the students are released for independent practice. The seventh and final step of the instructional design plan is evaluating my instruction. As a kindergarten teacher, I'm very aware of the importance of evaluating your own teaching practice after you have completed a unit of study. In evaluating my instruction, I would consider how it felt to go through the 3 days of instruction. I would also look at student assessments to see how they did. I would also consider reteaching any parts of the lessons. So in conclusion, my instructional design plan focused on teaching 2nd to 5th grade students how to use their library's online catalog. I hope you enjoyed going through my instructional design plan and could get more insight into my plans based on this video tutorial. Thank you.